Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your January through June 2024 tarot reading. So 2024, there's a lot of changes that are happening in 2024. We have the Pluto moving into Aquarius just to start us off in January. And there's going to be a lot of healing in February too with Chiron in the North Node. Check out the Love and Science shop. We have a whole bunch of new products. The hoodie that I'm wearing, Henry's going to be designing other major arcana tarot cards, but I love this mug. The other signs are up there as well, so take a look. I don't know what he has up there right now, but take a look because I'm pretty sure that there are some things that he's got ready up there. So Scorpio, the way that we do this reading is I have all of the major arcana and the 4 aces in one deck, and we're going to get an overlying theme January through June, and then we'll go through each month and clarify with a second deck. Everything is already shuffled. I'm actually going to move that out of the way. So we have January, Pluto moving into Aquarius for the second time. And that's really changing the structure of things, particularly technology, humanity in a big way. There's a lot of structure changes that are going to have to happen because we came from a very patriarchal Pluto in Capricorn. And so now Aquarius has to break down some of that, like the rigidity that happened with a lot of that. Still ruled by Saturn, though. That Pluto is still ruled by Saturn. So everybody is kind of talking about how it's going to free us all. And I don't see that happen. I think that the internet's going to change. I think a lot of technological things are going to change, really. I mean, we've got 20 years of seeing how it's going to work out. So January for Scorpio, we have the Hierophant. February, we have the High Priestess. For March, we have the Ace of Wands. April is the World. I'm manifesting a bigger table to work on. The Star is for May, but for now I just rearrange things. And June is the Lovers. Oh, I love this. Okay. So I feel like you're coming into this year really looking for some stability, and like there's this need to listen to yourself because some opportunities are coming up, and one thing has to end in order for something else to begin. And the thing that you're waiting to like have begin is part of your journey, and it's like literally helping to make you whole as well. It's bringing in this wholeness for you. Could be a relationship, we don't know yet. I don't ever jump to that conclusion with the Lovers card. Sometimes it's just about like bringing yourself into a center for yourself. But it feels like you just can feel this opportunity, like ready to show up for you. But there's something a cycle that it has to end, and it could even be a belief. So let's see, the Hierophant. For January, the Hierophant talks about stability, societal standards. It can talk about our own spiritual journey and like the leveling up part. Sometimes it's about marriage too. So let's see. I feel like you're getting a lot of attention in the beginning of the year. And whoa. And I almost want to say that you might have even met someone at the beginning of the year or even at the end of the year that's giving you some the attention that you need, or like you recognize that you need this attention or the type of attention that they're giving you. But the 5 of Swords makes me feel like you're not believing it. So we have the Six of Wands, and we have the Lovers starting the year off, okay? And we have them again in June, remember that. And then we have the Five of Swords. I don't think you forgot. So this could have to do with relationships in your life, you know, with the High Priest, and it could have to do with even like solidifying a relationship or leveling a relationship up too. But with the Six of Wands, this feels like you've been like this person recognizes you, like they see you. And I'm not sure if you really want that to be a thing right now. Like, I almost want to say that you are a little bit gun shy. Like, that's literally the word that I want to use. I feel like you're gun shy. But also with that, so we have the Two of Swords on the Six of Wands here. And I feel like you also need to pay attention to the kind of attention you're getting. That Two of Swords is like, sometimes you're almost not looking, you're not paying attention to what you need to be paying attention to make a decision. I don't want you to be getting the wrong kind of attention, is what I'm saying. Like, you know, I mean, I want people to be giving you attention for who you are and not what you look like, that sort of thing. Then we have Strength on the Lovers. So I do feel like this is about you becoming whole. Okay, so we have the Strength card on the Lovers. The Strength card isn't just about being strong, it's about being resilient, and it's about taming your demons. If we look at the Strength card, we can always see that angel you know, with that lion, taming the lion in some way, right? And it's just a matter of recognizing the parts of us that keep people at a distance because we're afraid to let them be closer, right? Scorpio energy does that a lot. And I mean, you guys have every reason to. You guys have every reason to it, because the world has shown you that feeling as deeply as you do is not acceptable. So when you start feeling deeply and you start showing the world that you're feeling deeply, you're going to recognize who is for you and who's against you. But you also have to change the way you see yourself too. That it's not the same kind of attention that you want to receive that you got, you know, it's just not the same. It's different. We have the Death card here on the Five of Swords. The Death card is your energy, the transmutation of it all. That's what the Death card means. It doesn't, I mean, yes, there are endings to things, right? Like, you got to stop second guessing yourself and second guessing your own strength and your own power and your own resiliency and your own ability to impact, right? And your own ability to be able to be in a great relationship and get the right kind of attention, you know, and not the kind of attention you got in the past. So you're really leveling up in the whole relationship part of things. So then we have the High Priestess. She's very intuitive, the High Priestess. She knows everything, she sees everything, she feels everything. So I feel like in February, so Chiron will be conjunct the North Node the entire month of February. So we're going to be doing a lot of healing and a lot of kind of breaking old narratives. You know, Aries is the great warrior and shares the planet Mars with you. And so I feel like this is sort of an evolution of sorts for you. And I do feel like, oh, wow, there's a lot coming out here. I do feel like there's, you can feel something coming towards you. We have the Tower. Something's ending for sure at the beginning of the year for you. Page of Swords. So I think you have to have a conversation to end something with a fire sign once and for all, is what this feels like. It feels like February, and even if you don't have the conversation, you got to get honest with yourself about whatever it is you're holding on to when it comes to this fire sign. And I think that this fire sign also may be one of the reasons why you hold yourself back from pursuing anything more, right? From getting into any other relationship. So we have the Tower with the Page of Swords, and we have the Queen of Wands with the Ten of Swords. And that Ten of Swords feels very painful. So whether it's ending in February or it's already ended and it needs, this is the time to process that. And then towards the end of February, I sort of feel like you can see the sun again. Like, look how dark these cards are. And then we have this bright card, the 10 of Cups. So let's clarifying these in pairs, because there's a lot of cards here. We'll be here all day. Queen of Wands, 10 of Swords, and then the 10 of Cups. All right. This makes me feel like I want you to rely on your friends. Get by with a little help from your friends. Like, I'm literally hearing that song in my head. The Hermit with the Page of Swords and the Tower. So this journey that you're on, and February does feel kind of like a hermit sort of month for everybody. You could also be dealing with a Virgo that you got to have a conversation with and be honest with about something. But whatever it is, the foundation of it has to be evolved. Like, there has to be this evolution of the foundation. And so the foundation needs to come undone first. And then it needs to be rebuilt, which is what we have the Eight of Pentacles for. So I feel like you're rebuilding yourself. February feels like a month where you're kind of like internalizing things and sort of going on this own journey of self. We have this Eight of Pentacles to the Queen of Wands and the 10 of Swords. So the Eight of Pentacles is rebuilding step by step by step. And it's about not skipping the steps while doing it, right? So I feel like it's almost like a resurrection in a way, is what this feels like. Three of Cups on the 10 of Cups. This is where I'm saying, like, find your happiness in the people that surround you. Really connect with people that lift you up and kind of brighten your days instead of make you, make you feel worse about stuff. And just really open yourself up to receiving love from people. Very eighth house reception of love from other people. Sometimes it's hard to receive love from other people when it's the unconditional kind, when they're not coddling you and they're not like trying to make you feel better. They're just telling you what you need to hear. Ace of Wands for March. So there's this opportunity showing up for you, and I think it's an opportunity for you to heal this Three of Swords wounding. That may mean that you need to go somewhere, or you need to travel in March or something, maybe, right? Like, you really need to listen to what your dreams are and what your own intuition is telling you for guidance. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Nine of Cups and the Chariot. Big Cancer energy here. It feels like this Nine of Cups is just being poured onto the Three of Swords to heal you. And the Chariot could be you either moving or just traveling somewhere and having to go somewhere to, it could also just be like moving forward on your journey. Whatever this big opportunity is that's showing up for you, it's passionate and it's bringing so much more into your life. And so we have the World, coming up in April. And so that's really going to be a time for closure in a big way. April's eclipse season. And the eclipse in Aries is going to be a doozy for sure. That Chiron that was conjunct all month in February is going to be a part of that Aries eclipse. So could be a Taurus that broke your heart, could be a Capricorn, But I do feel like you're moving forward. There's this, like you're healing, and it does feel like a spiritual leveling up as well. Discipline with what you know, like there's this overindulgence, 9 of Cups overindulgence that really feels like you need a little bit more discipline with. We have the Hierophant with the 3 of Swords. The Devil with the 9 of Cups. And the Knight of Cups with the Chariot. And this is what I'm talking about, you guys, because the Knight of Cups with the Chariot feels like that's the moving on. That's the opportunity to move on. You know, the Hierophant is the spiritual leveling up from this 3 of Swords. And it's almost as if you understand relationships a little bit more now, and what, you know, the reciprocity of relationships a little bit more now. And this was definitely a lesson. One of the lessons that you're learning also is to not be overindulgent about things. That 9 of Cups can be very, very overindulgent about stuff. And that could be one of the things that you're having to pay attention to and learn the lesson of overindulgence. All right, let's get to April. So April, we have the World. And the World is about closing out the cycle. Whatever the cycle it is that you're in, it could be about a belief system, but that Tower and, you know, the Death card, like all of the endings that are happening, the 10 of Swords, I feel like that's the cycle that we're looking at here. And I feel like you're on a journey, like a whole brand new journey for yourself. And that's why you have to make space. Wow, everything is just all. That's why you have to make space. It feels like a surrender. So we have the Page of Pentacles. And I think closing of the cycle is like, I am not accepting any less than what I deserve. Right? I'm not going to accept anything less than what I deserve. And I believe that came with surrender and resilience, right? Surrender and strength. We have the Strength card and the 9 of Wands. That 9 of Wands is like, I'm not chasing anything. I'm not fighting for anything. I have surrendered it all. I'm no longer. Right? I'm no longer paying attention to this because I deserve better and I deserve more. And that's where my focus is going to be. So the Page of Pentacles is the beginning of a new journey. And with that beginning, you have to have the breakdown first. So this does, it sort of feels like an ego, like you're tearing your ego down a little bit, little by little. And when we tear our ego down, we have that opportunity to rebuild it because now we have the space to. The Tower with the Page of Pentacles, right? You're tearing down the idea that you deserve less. That feels like a big ego challenge. Tearing down the idea that you deserve less, because you don't deserve any less. You, in fact, deserve more than what you're allowing yourself to have. And we do that because of the self-esteem, right? And like the growing up, right? And the programming and the believing that we're something that we're not. The 4 of Pentacles on the Strength card. So that 4 of Pentacles there, if you don't allow some energy through that rigidity, if you don't allow some energy, then how are you going to be able to manifest? Yes, you need to be disciplined. Being disciplined with your money, being disciplined with your coins, being disciplined. What do you need? Not just what you want. What is it that you need, right? That's fine and dandy, but being rigid does not leave you open for more to come in. And we have the 2 of Pentacles with the 9 of Wands. And I think that you're just trying to decide what you want in life. I think that that's really the direction that you're coming from, is that That Two of Pentacles is like, I'm just trying, like, I'm not going to fight anymore, but I'm just trying to figure out what my next move is. Or how you're, and see, this is the thing, is this month is really pivotal because the next month starts with the Star. So whatever's happening here is a part of your journey. So let's see, we have the Star for May. And when I get the Star in tarot, I often think of like the North Node in our natal charts because it's what our soul wants to learn, whether we like it or not. And sometimes it can be uncomfortable, but it's exactly what we need. And so I think that what you're doing right now is trying to, it's like there's a past version of you that really wants to hold on to you. And there's a new version of you that really wants to move forward. And so that past version kind of has to be broken down. And so that you are able to see a different kind of future for yourself. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Six of Cups. And we have the Ten of Cups. And this is what I mean, right? The Knight of Wands is sort of that wishy-washy, like, I don't really know what I want, but I'm holding on to a lot of the past. And I'm even holding on to some of the past people. That could be resentment or bitterness that really needs to be cleared out. And then the Ten of Cups is like that the future abundance and happiness and, you know, feeling that happily ever after sort of feeling. So let's see, Knight of Wands. And it's okay to not really know what direction you want to go in. Sometimes when we're feeling like that, the best thing to do is get centered. Whatever works for you to get centered, the best, right? That is going to allow you to be able to see exactly where it is that you're going. What's the next step that I need to take? What do I need to do moving forward? Because I do think that, like, your happiness, it's funny, happiness is not supposed to be a weight on you. The journey to happiness is not, because it's like you're just waiting to be happy. Like, you just want to get to a place where you're just like, I just want to be happy, and I want to have my happily ever after already, right? And there's no rush to that. And I think the reason why you want it to rush is just because this has been so heavy for you. All of this stuff going on has been so heavy. So we have the Knight of Pentacles on the Knight of Wands. And that Knight of Pentacles is telling that Nine of Wands to chill out. It is fine. You're going to be fine, I promise. You don't need to vacillate. You've already really got the answers. Queen of Cups on the Six of Cups. There you are. Hi, Scorpio. I think that there's some reminiscing of the past that's going on, but that Six of Cups is also the Sun in Scorpio. So really feeling in your feels in a big way in May. I did not mean to make that rhyme. Then we have the Ten of Wands with the Ten of Cups. There are a lot of wrapping up ideas and beliefs and old ideas and old beliefs and old, you know, there's a whole lot of that wrapping up that's going on here. So I want you to pay attention to that journey that you're on, because this long road to get you to that happily ever after is almost over. Okay, so got to have faith in yourself. You have to have trust that things are going to happen. And part of that is within the relationship that you have with yourself and the relationship that you have with other people with that Lovers card. The Lovers card for me is when we bring our masculine and our feminine energies together and we find that center and we find that stillness within. And we're able to make decisions and be brutally honest with ourselves without beating ourselves up. And be honest about what we want in life, you know, not what we think we want, but what we actually want. You could be dealing with a Leo energy also here. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Page of Swords. And we have the Strength card. I feel like this Nine of Cups and Page of Swords, I feel like with the Lovers here, you got to get honest about what you want in relationships. And you also have to be honest with yourself about what you don't want in relationships. But by you changing that perspective, that shows the resilience right there of how far you've come and how much you are, recognizing that you need something different than what you once thought. Nine of Cups. Right. Like, what kind of attention do I really, really, really need in my life? What kind of attention do I really desire in my life? Knight of Cups on the Nine of Cups. And so I do, like, I really feel like this is about you getting honest about what it is, like what you want to attract. That Knight of Cups is bringing in sweet messages, right? And that's always welcome. I love that kind of attention. That's always welcome. But you have to get real about, is this actually the sweet messages that you truly want to be coming in, or is there something else? Right? Is there something better for you? Justice on the World with the Page of Swords. I think that there's some old beliefs surrounding relationships and what they're meant to look like and the balance of that. I believe that that's what's ending for you so that you can open yourself up to receive something different in your life, something that's more suited to who you are, right? Nine of Pentacles on the Strength card. And I do think that if you've been single or in isolation for a little while, I feel like this has shown you just how strong you are and just how much you can do things on your own. You know what I mean? So, love this reading for you guys, Scorpio. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and for all of the support. Really, really excited for you for 2024. Take good care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. Bye.